Greetings! Hello! Welcome! Kind regards and morrow to you all. Hi, haven't had my medication today. Welcome to Leagues Underneath, episode 11? 11? Memories cast long shadows. We're getting into the spooky feeling of it now that I kind of got with the vibe that I was going for. Welcome. Thank you for watching and dealing with this. End of last episode, the gang had been eaten by a monster thing that was consuming their essences, because it was a bit peckish, but it had made a deal to be less peckish than it should be. Than it was. And just consume them to within an inch of their life and then spit them out, which is what happened. In trade for them restoring their monster to themselves. Makes sense if you watched the last episode, go and watch it. The gang had been regurged into the ether of this lovely thing. What tower? The inside of this tower that they're currently in. And from above them, heard there is a cat near my foot. What are you doing, dude? The solemn footsteps coming from one of the hallways above that Reginald had expressly told people not to go anywhere near, with no explanation thereof. And that is where our scene currently starts. You cannot see who is on the staircase at the moment, because the platform that they're standing on is currently blocking your view. Have at.
Well, that was a nice time for everyone. How was your tea party?
It was very, very long, but delightful.
Really?
How was your whatever it was that you were doing?
We fought several things, as also Reginald looks up and around kind of to the thoughts of what's walking around. It was
You guys can hear me
good.
smacking the desk to do steps, but I'm hoping they're coming through. Damn.
Not at all.
I was doing a nice melodic beat. Anyway, continue as you were.
But I think that we should maybe make our leave now that we're kind of free from things. Maybe we should take a look at one of these doors over here. What does anyone think?
I think that's a good idea, says Ezekiel.
I said you don't need to
God!
breathe.
Oh my God!
Oh, your voice
Yeah,
sounds so much better
well,
than
I
normal.
think that it's probably going to be having a good...
I said you don't need to
who
voice
the hell is
sync.
that? Yeah, but me and Zeke have kind of the same voice if we put it a little effort into it.
It sounds like
But mine is as Tim. Mine has like more of a Cajun slaw to it for some reason that you guys hear. I just for some reason can't get rid of it. Yeah, well. What about you, Titus?
made me
Yes,
happy,
I
and I
have no
don't know
idea what the
why.
hell is happening. I am very, very hurt. It hurts very bad. How about you, Ezekiel? I'm all right. I hurt a whole bunch.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, and there
I'm
should be
done now.
some ways to heal us over this way. And out of character, I was so prepared to take this seriously tonight.
You think you're not, but I'm gonna make it happen. That whole situation over there
Hey,
does
who
not
the
take
hell
away the
is
seriousness.
that?
Go off.
Everyone, what's your passive perception, please?
We're still down in the area. We just got thrown back up, and now someone's down here. Okay.
Further up from you guys. Yeah, but yes.
15.
15?
Okay, so
Also, I
I'm
forgot to
rolling a
actually-
d20, and this one's Ezekiel's.
I forgot to
His
check.
perception's a +4. Plus, he got a 14, and I got myself an 18.
11 for passive.
13.
Oh, passive. Fuck. My bad. I thought we were rolling.
Yeah, you're good.
13 then for Zeke's the same, 14 for
Yeah,
him,
you're
and
good.
13 then for I didn't hear you say passive, sorry.
No, that's fine. So, I blanked out while you guys were telling me those numbers. So, Titus and Zeke, I think you said you were 13, Carla said 15, Vivi and Reggie, what did you guys say? 12, 13, and...
11.
Okay, you guys have 4 shit passive perception. Just
Yeah.
as an
We're
aside.
level 6.
I know.
None of us are clerics or clerics.
Sorry, wisdom is my wisdom is my
Oh,
dump
sorry.
stat
Monks or clerics.
besides
'Cause
strength.
those are the
So
the only one that uses wisdom, I think, as anything. Oh, wizards.
Druid.
wizards and druids and monks.
Oh, look at that. A whole slew of them.
A whole slew of them that not in this party.
Yeah, none of them are here. You
No,
don't
you
hear...
got the best smooth brains in the sea.
I did. We made the smooth brain gang.
I tried to do an orca noise.
You don't hear the words that are being said above you. But I'll give you a general idea that the person's tone seems to be confused and cautious, like they know that they're not supposed to be here. And are kind of worried about what's gonna happen if they like what this place is.
It's a great time that we should go explore one of these other doors over here.
Hello? Is someone down there?
Hello?
I think we have company.
Is someone down there?
There's
Oh,
a couple
yes.
of us down there.
Oh,
Hello, young individual.
you see above you as the person that is on that ledge leans over, and you see a young hippokin leaning over that ledge. They are in a uniform, but they do seem very young. Hello, are you... I don't recognize any of you. Are you some of the teachers? Is this a staff? Should I be here?
Probably
Where are
not.
you from?
No.
No?
No,
oh,
it's-
hang on. Give me a moment. Hold
I
on.
look
There's
back at the
something-
creature that just ate us. Is it now gearing up to go eat this kid?
It is not gearing up to go eat the kid. It is doing its loops
Okie
again
dokie.
because it is, at the moment, satiated
I would have
enough.
been like, motherfucker, we just worked this out.
The kid kind of pauses for a moment and goes, hang on. Clams? Oh, I was supposed to write this down. You could tell that this child is struggling to remember something about clams. What those are is questionable.
Clams, I'm thinking food.
No, you're definitely in a dangerous place, youngling. You should go back into where you came from.
The clams are looking quite surprised today.
What?
It's because you've gotten them to open up. I know. It's yes, but
You
but
are a
'cause we
teacher.
hope that-
And immediately the kid full runs down the stairs, to come and meet you at the bottom. Hi! Oh, I don't know if I should be excited about be... I think I've made a mistake.
You came through the cave up there, did you not? Okay, was it just you? How did you get down to there?
So I, the headmaster is away on business, and I was sent to retrieve some documents from their desk, and when I went in, there was a hole, and then I went in the hole, and I followed it, and the wall was wrong, and I thought that this might be a test, but your face, and all of your faces, and the general spookiness of this area makes me think that maybe it isn't. I am not sure I am meant to be here now.
You are not,
Yes,
but fear not. We will get you. We can get you back to where you belong. No worries, young man.
So I'm not going to be punished.
No, I believe your task is still at hand. We should just get you back through the office and up where you need to go. Could you all just give me? I want to get this young one back up where he needs to be.
What is this place?
I'll explain on our way to the office. You have a job to do, and you know how important that is.
Yes, gather information and gather information.
Okay. Well, take him upstairs.
Are you guys letting Reggie go by himself with this child?
Suction cups on. Reggie just gets dragged up the. Hey, we're in water. What is this gravity? There's no such thing as gravity, so she's just getting dragged along because buddy system, and I don't have Davy.
That's fair. Davy is on a quest with the kids and Obi.
So my emotional support animal is non-existent right now.
Carla, are you following along as well?
Indeed.
Titus and Zeke? Yep, you're going along.
Yep.
Reggie, you make it maybe 3 steps up and you see the gang, and obviously feel the gang following behind you. And this child looks incredibly doe-eyed and very innocently up at you. Like, they've still got all the hope in the world for what they're learning here at the moment. So they're following you very eagerly as well.
I'm sure that they're okay. Sure that they are. I realize the group is now, as well as a suction cup, apparently on the back of my head.
Sorry, I didn't realize it was the back of your head.
Like this, yeah, it's just back of his head. Have you seen Reginald? Reginald's kind of wide, so it's easy to do it. And yeah, my other pinches. So, tentacles suction in the back of his head. I'm being dragged along. I see the kid. I grab the kid with my actual arms and whatnot. And so we're just being dragged along. We're in water, for crying out loud. This is funny shit. I'm thinking Little Mermaid all over again.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna peel some of that off as I talk here. Everybody, we just escaped this really, terrifying situation. You make sure that down here we stay safe and nothing else comes around that could be bad from whatever we're trying to deal with, and I will just get this young one back where they belong for a moment.
Young man, I do believe all of us are pretty much on the verge of death, so I would rather we all stick together.
Okay, yes.
I have no strength, so you're stuck with me, literally.
Okay, just hold on a moment. I will bend down to the doe-eyed hippokin child. I will just kind of lean in and just, in Thieves' Cant, do you speak it?
In a very fractured...
You are muted.
fuck.
You're muted, honey.
In a very fractured version of Thieves' Cant, like someone who has been learning this language very briefly, they say, I am Initiate Imbram. I am 10.
Potato.
I am not a banana. Which is,
Okay.
I'll be real with you, that's like the 3 things that I can say in French, and also that I only speak French a little bit. So that's very real. When I was younger,
Tengo un gato fiero en tu
the main thing that I would say is my name and that I'm not a banana. That was it. And I don't think I was saying it right either. I was saying, je ne suis une banane. So, I am not a one banana, is basically
That's
what they
better
said.
than the one thing I know in Spanish. Tengo un gato fiero en mis pantalones. I have an orange cat on fire in my pants.
Oh, God. I am going to attempt to say the thing I just wrote you in Thieves' Cant.
Okay, does anyone else in this group speak Thieves' Cant? I don't think so. Not this version of Thieves' Cant, anyway. Good.
I can read. Wait,
Negatory.
wait. Stupid question.
Mhm.
If being able to read all languages, I can read Thieves' Cant too, right?
You'd be able to read it, you would not be able to speak it.
That's fine, because
Or understand it
it's
if
a war.
someone's speaking it.
Yeah, it's just a warlock thing we can do.
They respond with, under the bed. Got it.
Hooray! Okay, so just let's get you back up to up to school. Let's do that.
So, what is your name? Anything that sounds a bit lilted, that I'm doing, they're probably saying in Thieves' Cant, they're like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be talking to you in now. So if it sounds a bit weird, that's what they're doing. If it sounds just like a child talking, then everyone will be able to understand, just as a clarification, but you can ask when I'm saying it.
I'll assume that was in common then.
Mhm.
Well, I am Reginald, and this is just you all can introduce yourselves, right? And Reginald's looking up the stairway.
Is everyone else introducing themselves?
Hello,
I
I am Calla.
You just see.
I'm only going to be doing this for a little while longer. I'm just entertaining it for a bit because I'm going to lose sidetrack of it.
That's
Just let
fine.
me.
Hi,
Hello.
Vivi.
I am Initiative Imbram. Lovely to meet you all. Are you teachers too?
Oh no, these are just
Initiate
my
'em to
these are just some
wood.
friends.
Well, lovely to meet you, friends. I have lost my pen.
But we'll get you a new one at the school. Don't worry.
I don't go to school anymore. I'm 27.
I said that to the small hippo child because that in character still would have worked.
I found a pen. Okay. Yeah, so, the child continues heading upstairs then, with all you heading up too.
Let's get you where you're going to be.
It's good that, I found you, because, the others all went to and kind of pauses, a teaching conference, at some place. So it's just been us for the last 2 days.
Did they announce they were taking a trip?
Yeah, as of, 3 days ago, they said that they had important business, and training to complete, and, teachers, all the teachers needed to go, and the upperclassmen were in charge, and I was getting something for one of the upperclassmen.
Very good, very good. We'll get you just right back to that. And now I'm hoping we're in this conversation. We're at the top of the
Yeah,
stairs.
you'll be at the location you guys need to be to go back through the spooky wall, to the hallway that you guys were in.
Perfect. Let's
You
get you
all
in there.
you all go through, and the child again goes down the hallway. You come back to that first location that Reginald was not a fan of. Excuse me. Fizzy drink is getting to me a bit. And this, as I said, this child's quite young, not tall enough yet to be able to just get out of the hole. So probably will need some hoisting. You all can see the hole that you created, with just a solitary room. To one side is a door with a curtained off section. The other side there's a desk with a window behind it. And very grey skies behind it. The child kind of looks up when you get there and says, I'm short.
I get that, but I want to make sure you just know what to do probably from here, all right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. Good. Just listen in. I will lean in again.
Mhm.
Back in the thieves' cant. Get papers. Report. Um. Bar door. We were never here.
Okay. The child repeats back to you. Get paper. Report. Wood door. We know.
I will when he does the first one, I will put a hand up. It's just like protect door.
Protect door. Protect door.
And-
We know you're here.
That I'm gonna put my hand up again. Not here.
No here.
I'll point to myself and then repeat what he just said.
No here.
No, that's not, no.
So I'm guessing you're hoisting the child up.
I'm going to push him towards the desk since that's where he said he needed to go.
The child climbs up. Goes immediately to the desk, where there are some papers sitting on the top of it. He flicks through them quickly and then grabs one of them out from the stack. He comes over to you and says, I got the paper. Then immediately turns around and runs to the door and opens it and shouts into the corridor, we know you're here! In common. And you can't damage this door.
Oh, God. Okay, no, hold on, little one. Just go report what you had to do and don't let anybody come in here because it's dangerous. I guess I could say that this way. Okay, don't let anybody come in here.
So, I'm gonna get you to roll a d20 for me. And it's gonna determine how many people heard you.
Now, is a 1 good or bad? Well, I'm just double checking because depending on your logic here, it could have been,
Okay.
I had choices.
So the child opens the door, shouts we know you're here and you can't damage this door. And standing on the other side of the hallway is the upperclassman that was waiting for this child and can see through the door to where you are then like, no, child. And they go, what the fuck? Why? Who? Did you let people into the headmaster's office? For the rest of you, you see a female student, clearly older, clearly a lot darker in terms of mood, more serious than the child that you've been interacting with. They are a hammerhead shark child. And they do not look pleased that there is someone other than the person that you've been talking to in this room. And they can see you guys.
Can I look them directly in the eye right now?
Yeah, go right ahead. Well, yes.
Well, and one of them.
I am going to now. I'm just gonna make assumptions. In Thieves' Cant, the clams are looking quite surprised today, and I will look very directly at them.
It's because you got them to open up. Corresponding in not as formally as you would expect of a student from this school, but says what they need to say. And then just kind of goes, come for dinner, to all of you.
You just see a tentacle behind Reginald, just waving. Okay.
Dinner sounds lovely.
The classman surveys all of you, leans back and calls for a few other students, who then enter the room, all with varying levels of apprehensiveness, and help you guys out of the hole. You are now just standing in the headmaster's office. The rest of you can now see, now that you're on the same level, a little nameplate on the desk that says Headmaster O'Neill. And you can see that the curtain beside the door is actually separating a fair section of another part of the room in this room. And you can see into the hallway. It looks kind of like none of you have been to boarding school, but it's what you imagine boarding schools would be set up like outside that doorway. The hammerhead shark, along with a jellyfish child and a rather large, what seems like it should be whalekin, but Titus, you can very much tell that it's not whalekin. Child, are kind of standing to one side, basically kind of waiting to see what you guys say now that you're up. I will say the young hippo child is just stoked that they're not like things seem to be going well.
Well, good.
Who is?
I hear there is something about food. Just rubbing his stomach. Yes.
The hammerhead shark looks to you, Reginald, since you were the one that gave the cue, and said, perhaps we can escort your associates to the dining hall whilst business is discussed? If there is something to be discussed?
I think that would be proper. How would you guys like a meal on these on the grounds here? I'm sure you can just grab a quick bite and come right back. Knew that would work.
Yeah.
Hey, wait up,
As
Titus.
soon
I'm
as
gonna come
Titus
with you.
goes back,
Oh,
runs
shit.
past, tentacles go and stick onto Titus, and she's being really dragged into the watery wind.
Carla, are you following the group to get food?
Yes, he is.
So your companions leave, as do everyone except Initiative Imbram and the Hammerhead Shark upperclassman. The Hammerhead Shark kind of looks down at Initiative Imbram and is like, "Are you waiting for something, or were you told to stay here?" And Initiative Imbram goes, "Paper report." The Hammerhead Shark takes the papers. It's like, dismissed. And immediately, they toddle off as well, closing the door behind them. So it is just you and this upperclassman now.
Class president, I presume?
You presume correctly. Alumni, I presume?
You presume right. Simply stated, I am in deep, and I just need you to go along because I need them to move out of here. This was not our intention.
It wasn't your intention to climb up through the bottom of the headmaster's floor?
To say it succinctly, it's not what you think down there. It is also very dangerous as part of my assignment.
I'd be a little bit more willing to go along if I knew exactly what your assignment here is.
It's actually not meant to be here. I am not. This is a detour that I cannot afford either. All I can tell you is down there is a creature that will destroy almost everyone except a few of the teachers and headmaster, but I have been told they are not here.
The headmaster is away on business, and the teachers are at training. You, as well as I know, how unlikely they would leave without someone being left behind.
That's why I thought something must be strange. But
Do they know?
no. Nor do they need to.
So they're of no use to me in terms of information anyway.
But unfortunately, no. The best information I can give you is actually what's happening out and around right now. The note for the headmaster probably gain you good marks.
I have the best.
Presidents always do.
Fine. If something comes up, I cannot guarantee that I will be cooperative, but I'm not going to unleash your burdens for you.
We have an accord. I do not want to bring any light to any of this because it will just cause problems, and you know that. My assignment, though, is the top priority.
What's your name?
You know well enough how I'm going to answer that.
That doesn't mean that I shouldn't get some sort of answer. It will give me some information.
They know me as Reginald, and you may call me Reginald as well.
Rich. I am Amelia.
Fully, Amelia.
Shall we? I believe the food should still be hot by the time we get down there.
Let me take a paper with me so I can at least write what you need. No, we'll not go back on a good deal. There's nothing wrong with that.
She opens the door and waits outside of it for you. But lets you do what you need to do.
I'll take a paper and a pen or quill of some sort and just bring it along with me.
Are you gonna do any checking of anything around here while you're doing that, or are you just grabbing and going?
I remember things quite well. I'd rather not.
Fair enough. You continue out along your way. It takes you a few minutes. Unlike the rest of your group who were being led, you know where you're going. This place has not changed, ever. So finding the way to the cafeteria complex is not a hard task for you to do. And you're rather than following behind Amelia, you are keeping pace. You all enter the cafeteria area, and you find... I'll let any of you that feels like rolling just do a general vibes check with an insight, if you would like.
Sure. What would I roll for a vibes check?
Insight.
Insight. Don't have guidance. So... Oh! I surprised myself. 19.
When you were walking down here, one of your
Not
escort...
walking. Still
What?
being dragged.
Swimming, being dragged. As you came down here, one of your escort left the group. And you get the feeling that they might have gone ahead and warned everyone in this area that you were coming, because it all feels a little bit staged. Everyone is moving in a, specific set step, pause, food, step, pause, food, move to tables, sit down. No one's talking. Which is the big thing that stands out. No one in that room is talking.
Do we know this is like a boarding school kind of thing?
You
Does
get
it feel like
yeah,
a school kind of thing?
you get
Alright,
that. They're all in the same kind of uniform.
Yeah.
And there are little badges and stuff denoting levels
Yeah.
of rank, or if they're part of the school council or whatever. But
Vivian
no one
kind of just folds her arms. I've been in a boarding school. This does not feel like a school at all.
Titus and Carly, you are the ones with Vivi at the moment. And obviously Zeke, but you don't have to Zeke.
Titus is just it's gonna go to food, but I hope Titus is listening.
Well,
Oh yeah.
I think for our own sakes, we say this is a school and just accept it and move on.
You know what?
Titus, without a
Okay,
care in the
good.
world, has gone to the cafeteria line, got food, and is sitting and munching on it. Several people, in fact, the majority of people at the table that he's sitting at are all looking directly at him as he eats. Again, not saying anything.
No, are you eating this? Take it from the plate.
And it seems like the closest children to each of you are all just looking at you guys, wherever you're standing. Just the closest ones. The rest of them are facing forward in their chairs.
Are these all kids?
Hello.
These are all kids. Who are you saying
Hello.
hello to, Carla? Just the room
Just the
generally?
random children sitting next to them.
As soon as you say hello to them, they turn away.
That sounds about right.
Well, that's rude.
Shortly thereafter, are you guys going up to get food as well now? Because you've seen Titus come in, get food, sit down.
Oh, sure, why not?
Lovely.
Well, it's probably been a while. It's probably been a while since we ate.
And also, you guys need to rest anyway, so you go up. Children that are at the table that Titus are at move apart, but do not get up from their seats to give you guys enough space between them to sit together. But again, it is that kind of uniform moving as one sort of movement. Shortly thereafter, from the same open doors that you guys came through, Reginald and the hammerhead shark child come in. Several children by the door immediately stand to attention and direct their gaze towards the shark. She kind of just gives a casual wave, which Reginald you'll recognize as more like a it's fine. Or like this one's fine. And they turn and sit. She looks to you and it's just like the menu hasn't changed. If there's anything in particular you've missed, though I doubt it.
As much as I don't, at least eating something will be something to do. Yes.
Feel free to chat with your friends. We wouldn't want any silence to bother you. She kind of looks at the people at the table and you get the kind of idea since you're standing next to her that she's kind of encouraging people to be a bit more normal.
Fair, I wonder why.
Because right now, no one in this room is behaving normally. I will say, just as a note, the people that are also doing the serving of food behind the cafeteria line are also clearly dressed as students. So, everyone within this is a student. And I would say that there's probably 100 odd people in this room outside of you guys.
I will make my way to the sea cucumber dish, the only one I remember and cared about.
You make your way to that section. You move your tray up, make eye contact with the person behind them. They look at you and just kind of register who you are and just fills your little tray that they've given you with that, not bothering to serve you with anything else, and just kind of turns to the next person. Again, not saying anything to anyone. But this continues as you go to sit down with your friends. Amelia gets her own food and for a second looks at you and considers coming with you, but then chooses... She still sits at the table you guys are at, but she sits further up, so she's not directly with you at the moment. So you guys are all now sat at a table together with your little trays of food or your large trays of food if you're Titus. You notice the majority of creatures that these kids are the larger scale. So if there are any fish that you can think of that have the title giant as part of their name, that's one of the creatures that are here. The jellyfish that you saw earlier is quite a large jellyfish. The starfish is one of the ones with like a bazillion legs, obviously hammerhead shark, and you do see a lot of predator fish in here as well as students. But yeah, that's kind of the makeup of all of this, and they all seem to be still not talking, but you do see a couple of the younger ones pretending like they're talking to make it seem like they're being more normal. They're like doing that background extra thing, if you've ever been in a musical or anything, where they're going... And like, it's very obvious when no one else is doing that and they're not making any noise that they're not actually saying anything. But yeah, you guys sit down.
Let's just eat so we can get out of here. This.
Titus.
And I will put a sea cucumber into my mouth.
No, wait. Reginald, why are these kids weird? Is this a brainwashing thing? Is this
Why
a
are these
grooming
kids weird?
thing? Just
I want to gauge the reaction of the closest ones of these students to this comment because I know they probably will have heard it.
Oh yeah.
why? I'm not saying their species is weird and not saying their species is weird. It's just why are these kids being weird? Why are they not being kids?
There's like 4 just on the other side of Vivi to you. 3 of them managed to just kind of like do a squint, but one of them hasn't learnt how to not make faces and just goes in disbelief at what has just been said, and you kind of see them go like questioning grooming as a choice of things to be an option for all of this. For a moment you think they might say something as well, but then the friend is like, so
Vivi, just as a simple way to explain. We are the only adults here when the adults have left them and left them in charge, and we randomly show up in a hole in the headmaster's office. This is not. I can understand them being very cautious. Could you?
Reginald.
No, they're kids.
Reginald, can you please roll me a perception check, please?
Oh yeah.
Don't get a 1. Don't get a 1. Don't get a 1.
I got a 10.
Yay!
You watch as seemingly a quiet whisper of a ripple goes around the room as each child just quickly says something to the next person and it gets passed along from whatever you just said.
Of course. As that, because I took the paper and everything from me, I will just kind of I will just start scrolling in it.
Okie dokie. Is anyone else doing anything in this moment other than questioning whether or not these children have been groomed?
Well, do we know that this is a
Enjoying
thieves?
dinner.
You wouldn't know that this is a thieves anything because you don't really know much about Reginald's backstory.
Well, no. Well, we know he's kind of a sticky fingers, right?
Yeah, you do know he's sticky fingers, yes.
So I guess Vivi's best logic is thinking these kids were kidnapped and they're being trained to do something. They're being weird.
Carla, what did you just say as well?
Kala is just eating her dinner and trying not to be suspicious.
Okay.
Don't be
suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Titus, are you doing anything? Or just eating?
Honestly, in this moment, I genuinely think Titus is he's tired, he's pooped. He took the most damage out of everybody. He's gorging himself, and whatever kids want to watch him pile down the amount of plates that he is trying to eat, more power to him.
Titus, you see from the corner of your eye one of the kind of more built creatures in this room. A leopard seal kind of child. Kind of imagine a full jock, but as a leopard seal. That's the kind of child that kind of looks at you and starts trying to keep pace with the amount that you're eating.
I catch that. The brows go down. The smile comes up. The mouth opens up. A whole plate is picked up and dumped into my mouth while looking at him. One bite, close, and gulp. Considering my mouth is probably 3 plates wide. I just hop.
They look perturbed. They're not going to do that, but they do try and eat a little bit faster.
Yes. Competition with little children will make them choke, and I will probably go to guard jail.
You guys are here for about a half an hour.
Yep.
as you're eating and Titus is feasting, and you hear a little ripple from the other side of the room. This is the first noise the kids have made that seems to have been noticed. And you look over and you see two, not quite as old as Amelia, but reasonably older students, both boys, both of the same crab. They look humanoid, but they've got crab shell. So, kind of like an elf mixed with a crab. Created these children. From just looking at them, they're probably siblings. But they start getting a little bit louder. And then their tone switches from just arguing to actually angry. As you watch, one of them gets up on the table and takes a swing at the sibling. After a moment, you guys see as the other child gets up and they begin fighting each other. This is not a style of fighting that you guys would expect two angry teens to be engaging in. It is more fluid and flexible, and definitely not something that someone who has a carapace should be able to do. But they move as if they are the water that is flowing around them. Almost acrobatic in the way that they fight. It is clear that they're very angry at each other. And it takes maybe 10 minutes as the kids around them shift their focus towards the group, the pair that's fighting. You all watch as 1 second they are fighting. None of the blows seem to be landing the way that they're expecting, but both are still taking damage somehow in this moment. A split second between a fist claw being thrown. Amelia is suddenly between the two, grabbing that claw and holding it in place. We have guests. I do not want to have to report this back to anyone. Take your seat, calm down, and figure it out in a more polite fashion, please. She lets go. The one that she was holding looks terrified in this moment. You don't have to roll anything. The other one looks annoyed, but as soon as Amelia kind of shifts her head, also looks properly cowed in this moment, and they stop and just kind of stand there until she walks away before going to return to their seats, but kind of like not entirely sure. The mood shifts a little bit with this interaction as the room becomes less quiet and more tense now. You can tell that the mood in the room has shifted.
Well, good to have entertainment with dinner. I think it's time for us to get going, folks.
Okay.
Heading off already.
Well, yes, I have something both for you to have to put out, but also just some easy instructions on our way out, I think will be in order.
I insist that you stay the night. Rest. You clearly have come from a much harder ordeal, and you deserve time to recuperate. I insist.
I understand, and I appreciate your courtesy, though I would ask to choose the room.
As long as it is not currently being used, I see no issue with that.
Fair. I have an idea of that.
I don't believe we were properly introduced. And she turns to your group. I am Initiative Amelia. I am the class president and current head of our lovely school here. I do apologize for the fighting. We are normally much better behaved around guests. Your names would be...
Carla.
Carla, do you have a last name?
Mario.
Hello, you might Carl.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Never mind.
She
Oh,
turns.
okay,
She
okay.
turns to you, Vivi.
Becky.
Becky. No last name.
Sue.
Becky Sue. The company you keep. And you are looking at Zeke. I'm gonna
Yeah, I'm Zeke.
Zeke. Any other identifying names for yourself?
Not really, no, but I just go by Zeke.
Lovely. And you, the one who I think has become the eating champion of our boarding school?
Yes, very nice.
Your name?
Oh, I am Second Lieutenant Titus of the Porpoise Boats. I forget what we call ourselves. I know I have a name. Give me a second. I don't know if I really might. I have to find the notes on what my
Hang on, I'll go
pod
see if I can.
thing is.
Are you looking for your tribe at large or just your specific pod?
Just the pod.
You guys are the outer pods.
Yes. I am Lieutenant Titus from the outer parts.
Lovely. It is absolutely wonderful to meet you all. I look forward to getting to know you all better for as long as you might stay here. I will hand you back to Initiative Imbram, who you all met first when you arrived, and he can guide you all to whichever rooms you are looking to be sleeping in. Initiative Imbram. The hippo child that you guys met before, comes out looking a lot less enthusiastic than they did earlier. But they come up and stand next to you and says, "Hello. Where am I taking you?"
Abram, do they still have the the guest quarters near the tower?
I think so. And he kind of looks up and at Amelia. Amelia looks down and says, "Initiative Imbram has not been in that area yet, but yes, they are still there. Follow down corridor B, and they shall lead you there." She says that to Imbram. Before kind of nodding and says, "Rest well." And Imbram kind of looks up at you as well. Corridor B. So he starts to walk away. I'm presuming you're all following him.
Yes.
I would like to walk beside Imbram, not follow Imbram.
Okay, great. So you walk beside Imbram. The rest of you are following along.
Correct.
I missed my chance to hitch a ride off of a Reginald.
So we're following this young hippo child, right?
Yes.
Would you let me know when we get to the first change in corridor?
Mhm.
Like,
So you're currently walking down corridor B. Each of these corridors are lettered, but the letters do not make sense. in any sort of formation. They don't connect to the next letter in line, they just connect to a letter, which seems to suit whoever made this system. But after a few moments, you get to corridor Q, which is the first turn-off. You can either go down corridor Q or corridor Y.
So I'll stop Abram at that point.
Mhm.
And also I would like to investigate if anyone is in, or just look, is anyone around with us?
Does anyone else want to roll investigations?
Yeah.
Mhm.
School's weird.
Yeah, sure.
Sure, why not?
Do me all a rollsy.
I got a 10.
17.
I got what
12.
12 for Titus and Ezekiel. We'll do a 6.
Zeke's
We're all
just
dogs.
enjoying the wander around this weird place. Titus, Carla, you're definitely getting some vibes from this location, but you don't notice anything in particular. Reginald, you are so on alert that it's working counterproductively for you. Like, you're on alert for everything, so it's hard to be on alert for anything.
Oh no, 16.
16?
Yeah,
Vivi,
I did math wrong.
you get the definitive sense that you are being watched right now. And not just, like, this is a spooky place, but you know that there are eyes on you somewhere.
Are there any open doors we've been walking past or anything like that?
The doors that you guys have been walking past have all been closed. Some of them do have, like, windows in them that, like, school doors do, but it would be very obvious if someone was standing right behind a window door.
Well, they're kids.
This is true.
Kids are the nosiest little fuckers. I'm surprised they don't. That you don't see the SpongeBob thing or the old cartoon thing when you open the door just to crack, and all you see is just eyes going around each door border and stuff like that. Kids are nosy.
So, I will still stop because I know one direction leads to the guest quarters. I will just lean down to Ibram and Ibram.
Yes.
I know we said to the guest quarters. I'd actually like to go down to the lower quarters that I'm very familiar with. Is anyone is corridor F still unoccupied?
I don't know why anyone would want to go in corridor F. So yes.
Good. Let's go there.
Okie dokie. He turns almost an about face, and then thinks better of it and is like, if they see us backtracking, they're probably gonna have questions, so we're gonna go the long way.
Good.
Great! Just as a reminder to please mute yourselves, gang. Someone is getting some feedback. Anyway, so he takes you down. Instead of going down Q, you go down Y. It takes you a little longer than it probably should to get back to F. But as I said, these letters don't make sense. There's no clear rhyme or reason of how they're attached to each other. But you eventually get to where you're trying to go. As you're walking, I'm just gonna roll a quick stealth. Okay, never mind. We're all good. You continue walking on. Nothing else strikes your notice as you continue down these corridors down to where you're trying to get to. And you arrive at F. Imbram stops at the start of this corridor. And it's like, I don't want to go down there, please.
Are you scared of the stories?
I mean, they're pretty much all I've heard since I got here.
Fair. If you stay with us, you will be fine. And I will show you something that probably some of your peers don't even know. And you know how important that is.
Pinky promise.
I'm going to do this with this little one.
It's and kind of with your pinky looped in that one, swaps it over to the one that would be on the correct side of you, and then holds it down so you're holding pinkies as you walk through. So he's not holding your hand so much as just holding on to keep that promise firm. But we'll go with you guys.
I will lead them
Mhm.
to the middle, down the middle of the corridor to the open rooms I know.
Go right ahead, take them wherever you would like. I'm happy for you to leave descriptions and stuff of this location up to you, as this is something
Good.
that you would be more familiar with.
You all have been in this weird space for a little while now, and you note that the corridor we're entering is a lot dingier and less well maintained to anything you've come across at this point. You can see that not only is there some just dampness, maybe that which feels strange since we're already in water, but like it feels like the feeling on the walls and the things have that. But also you can kind of see blast marks and things along the corridor. I take you into a room that very much looks like it is a hodgepodge of equipment, beds stacked, mattresses, lab equipment for looking like somebody's weird home chemistry set or school chemistry lab, but it's just kind of somewhat disheveled. But you do see kind of just, cabinets randomly around the edges, a little bit of view out into those gray, watery skies, but just kind of a very closed off space otherwise. Welcome, welcome in, everyone. Get in, somewhere that I feel at least a little better about. Come on in here. And I ask everybody to come in real quick. I also stay by the door to make sure that I can kind of also make sure that as soon as they come in, I shut that door.
You shut the door after the
You are muted again.
You shut the door after the last person gets in, so it's all good. Everyone that you want is in here, and as far as you know, no one that you don't want is in here is in here.
I include Eve in this one because I'm letting him in for right now. Eve,
Yeah.
I want him to come in. Just come in for now.
That's fine.
Okay. So this is I kind of just look around to make sure nothing kind of looks very different than what I remember. This is what I would call a safe enough space for us. No need to go up to the guest room. All they would do is we'd have no ability to have no eyes or ears around with all the students.
The only difference that you would notice from this area is that the room feels much smaller than it used to, and a lot older. You can kind of see a little bit of algae clinging to some of the walls now that has kind of grown much larger than it ever would have been while you were here. And they're definitely, as you said, there's a dampness to it, but there is like somewhat of a decay as well. And you all kind of get that sense of this place has been undisturbed, whereas the rest of it is kept in pristine condition.
I will pull up a stool and sit down and go to Titus. Titus had asked, you asked where we are. This is I don't know, a space I'd say that I did some handiwork in cultivating its remoteness inside of here. And for you, Abram, this is a space that the stories, though there is some truth to the stories, this space though is just more dangerous in everyone's mind now than anything else, which means strategically it's a space you can go to when you need to.
Why would I need this room?
There are several things you need sometimes for the work that you're learning. This is a good place to do that for yourself and not just for your classmates per se. Now I want to share. I want you to. You took a pinky promise. I'm going to ask you for one now too. That's just as important. That this is a space that you keep secret for yourself. Don't share it with others because it's for you, and I'm giving it and leaving it down to you.
I will tell everyone that I can't tell anyone about this place.
Don't word it that way. You just want to not say anything about it at all. You can just say you dropped us off.
Cool.
And don't say where. No one needs to know where.
Just forget that you did for him. You think about you actually did do the thing that you were supposed to do.
Okay, so I will tell people that I didn't drop you off in F.
You just don't tell anyone anything. If anyone asks you where we are, just say you dropped us off. Full stop.
I dropped you off, full stop.
Correct. That'll confuse them well enough. It'll be fine.
Cool.
And I will let him go and
Okay.
out the room.
Yeah, so the child is kind of standing awkwardly there waiting to see if they can leave or not. And then they do. And they leave you guys alone.
I will look really hairy.
Yeah, let me just roll real quick to see if that's...
Can I do an inside check on Reginald, seeing how he's feeling?
You absolutely can. Okay, so Imbram exits the door and then tries to stage sneak back in. Because I rolled a 1.
Can we do a perception check just to see this kid just doing
Oh, you don't need to, I rolled a 1.
So
it's a pivot in the doorway and full, like, sneaking back in.
Maybe
just
Abram,
points to child.
Abram, you need to work a little bit more. Your technique needs some work on that. Okay.
You can see me?
I know it
Yes.
takes time. It takes time to not be seen. I get it. You have to work on that. Okay.
Okay.
But not now. You have to be out of here. Okay.
Oh.
You have to leave.
Okay. Fine. Actually leaves this time.
So
Yes, maybe you can roll an insight on Reginald's vibes.
22.
that beats my deception by 17.
Reginald, what's your vibes?
Reginald is very tired because he's really starting to get hit by the idea of being exhausted very much more. He's been trying to like kind of work through it, but we have really gotten to that point. So exhaustion's there, but there's also a level of nerves and a level of danger that you can feel.
Just slow octopus crawl up, tentacles wrap around shoulders and neck, hug. So this isn't the normal school for normal children, is it?
I guess you can say that. I went to school here, and things are very strict here, and I think you saw all of them. There's very strict, and they're all of those kids. As much as they seem odd, they're just as scared about just getting in trouble, because if you get in trouble here, it's so bad. They don't treat folks well, but it builds character.
Brainwashing character or actual what's the word? Upright citizen character or Reginald character?
I am an upright citizen. Thank you.
Tentacle pat his head
Look, just because you're standing.
Davy does to me. He's going,
Carla, did
brother.
you just say just because you're standing?
Yeah, just
I did.
tentacle pap and all that's going. Reggie, I know you got sticky fingers, but I don't know about an upright citizen. A kind citizen, but I'm not sure about an upright citizen.
Well, again, ow. But I will say that no, just look at again. Everyone has their own priorities, and going back to things that they care about from here. It's just again stage in life that you learn from. But this place though is still again we're adults in a place that's filled with children that is dangerous for them, but also I cannot say that I necessarily get along with the folks when I left. So I'm just a little worried about that because I'd rather not deal with that.
So were they trying
No.
to fake and be normal in the look normal in the cafeteria, or is just they're scared shitless?
They're really not meant to talk to strangers. It's just like again, you were all taught not to talk to strangers, were you not?
Ah,
I mean, no, all
no.
strangers coming to the pod, either enemy or my friend that I've known since birth.
See, that's a way to teach that. And again, you can't disparage these children from being, weirded out, because the other thing is that news travels. I thought, when they did speak or the things that were brought up, they just murmur. It goes everywhere. So I know
We
they
teach
probably know
our
that
children strangers is dangerous.
Yes, it's a good way to look at this. And I at least know the school's motto enough to kind of that they know that I'm an alumni, but that otherwise we would just be random people who show up in a hole in the headmaster's office. I'm still trying to
What
figure out
is
how.
the
Why the hell
motto?
does headmaster have hold going to ground where weird fucking monster live right underneath? Does he sit on top of this hole and let it suck booty hole?
I believe this is just like we did not know these things existed. I am guessing they did not know that this existed around them either. Just as my guess.
Very true.
I'm just actually what I'm concerned is we do need to leave eventually here. I hate to say it, we should rest, and maybe we kind of separate maybe some watches and things just to make sure that it doesn't get like weird or anything. But I would think it's important to get out of here and to seal that, because I do not want access to all of these children with what's going on and the connection to that tunnel. Didn't you see why I was so upset before? Because I knew it was going into a school.
How did you know it was going
You
into
said it was
school?
a bad
Reggie,
place.
can you please roll me either a persuasion or a deception?
Perception.
All right.
Disgrace.
Whichever suits better for what you just said.
17.
17? Okay, if anyone wanted to do an insight on that, I'm happy for you to do so, but...
Sure, what do I roll?
Just an insight, but I just felt the need to call that particular piece of information out.
Ah! One under. I got 16. I got
And I got a
I'll
15.
humor this with 19.
Titus is the only one that picks up that you saying, don't you get why I was freaking out now? It's because I knew that it was going to a school. That particular line was of some questionable intent. Titus is the only one that picks that up.
Oh wait, I wasn't there
What
that
is
day,
your
so I
school
believe what he
motto?
says.
I see.
Anyway, continue as you are.
So I think we should just get a bit of rest, and just plan to get out of here. And if we have any plan to just make it sealed so that nothing can get back up here, because we were able to at least accommodate our new friend. Do we call that friend? New friend. We were able to accommodate them a bit. But I don't want whatever else they've made their deal with to be able to have access here. I want to seal it some way, shape, or form. I just don't know how.
Huh.
But yes, this is a good. I think at least I'm looking around at mattresses now, which might be dilapidated, and I feel kind of bad for the royalty among us. This is probably the best place to sleep without maybe as many wandering eyes and ears.
I'm too tired to think right
Alright.
now, and so yeah.
Okay. Does anyone else have
Fala.
anything to say, or are you gonna go to bed?
Should we keep a watch? Not that we really could do anything, even if we do.
Exhaustion. The point of exhaustion for me is taking over. I would like to suggest it, though I am tired.
Oh, good. So you all kind of reorganize the mattresses so that you have one each to sleep on, and settle in for the night. None of you are taking watch. Vivi, you want to take a bit of watch?
I'm gonna sit right in,
I
in front of
do.
the door.
You're gonna sleep right in front of the door, okay?
Just in case if anybody tries to sneak in or anything like that.
Roll me a d20. Vivi, you are so exhausted that if someone were to gently open that door, you would sleep through it. With that
How did we get-
with that 4 that you just rolled.
I'm dead weight. Just doorstop.
Yeah, the door would stay closed a bit, but that's just
That's
a
the other
note.
whole point too. Just the other whole point too, just in case. I'm thinking if it's a kid or a teenager, rather be a alarm or a doorstop, one or the other.
So with the dead weight by the door, that none of you know is a dead weight, but I think it's a pretty good plan. You all go to sleep. Titus, you wake up partway through the night to do some sort of watch. But it is. It is uneventful. And you wake up the next morning to distant noise.
Right.
I will go to the window and take a look real quick.
The view that you have. Oh, I didn't myself. The view that you have from your corridor is kind of awkwardly positioned to look almost towards the main courtyard area of the entryway, but you kind of have to strain and almost stick your head out the window to get an actual good view. You hear voices, and you see as wheelbarrows upon wheelbarrows of sand is being moved from outside into the boarding houses.
What color sand?
Just normal sand. You do also hear distant shouting that seems to be not relating to this. But the main noise, because of your kind of position, that you hear is the wheels and the chatter amongst the people moving the sand inside.
Oh, good lord. Okay, everyone, it's time to get up, I think.
But
Also,
It's
as an
time-
aside, you all can remove that point of exhaustion and treat that like a long rest.
Yay.
I'm gonna call a quick break at this point. Go and feed yourself and do all the things that you need to do in this memento. We shall be back at a point in time, and then we shall continue with what they're doing with that sand. And where the shouting is coming from. We shall see you guys shortly.
But a lot fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back to Leagues Underneath.
Hero.
Episode 11. Memories cast long shadows. Reginald has just woken everyone up from a really lovely night of sleep. To tell them to get the fuck out of here.
I believe we need to go back to the office and take our leave.
You can try.
We go back there and leave, so we go back through a hole.
Yes, we need. Well, we do. We need to get connected to those other places. Yes, so we need to. But I think they may have figured out a way to take care of the whole problem themselves. But we don't want to get on that, so we're not we don't have an issue. Okay, good. Let's go, team.
Yay!
Anyone else seems to get the urgency with which you're moving, Reggie. So everyone else everyone else gets up at their own good fucking pace.
Reginald, you have been incredibly
somebody runs by
Sorry.
tentacle to the back.
Sorry, could I just Carla, what did you say then?
I said, Reginald, you are being incredibly suspicious this whole time. What is going on?
I'm pretty sure they're trying to make it so we can't leave. I think we should leave.
You can still
Fine.
leave.
Where are we?
Yeah.
Where?
Hey, Ibrahim.
You guys sleep really loud.
Yes, I have been told that.
Not just you, all of you snore.
Well,
Yes, I know this. I am aware it's in my pod.
Is that a good thing?
I heard that some have rumors that my snoring can be heard on the top above the water.
Well, one of your snorings made it so that I wanted to come down and check on you to make sure that there wasn't an earthquake down here. But,
Yes, that was me.
But it turns out all of you make noise, so, you know, it was a bit hard to discern who was which. Hey!
Ibrahim, just to get a sense, are they working on the headmaster's office right now?
I don't know, I've been hiding.
Have you run into anyone since we came down here?
Amelia.
Fair.
I was told that I'm gonna be going to a punishment room once you guys leave. I shouldn't have brought you back here.
Again, not your call, and again, I outrank you. So let's just take a walk back to the office. I'm sure we'll meet Amelia on the way.
I don't want to. I don't want to meet
Why?
Amelia because then I'm gonna go to a punishment room.
No, I want you to escort us. Again, I get to be take a bit of rank here. I'd like you to escort us this way.
Okay. But we could also just hang out here. I mean, the boss is cool.
Unfortunately, we have to get on our way. But again, I gave this space to you, so I hope you will keep that in mind, okay?
You don't have to leave.
I know. Unfortunately, there are some things. But again, I think that you can help on our way with what I need. Okay?
As small children sometimes do, because they have a lack of impulse control, you pointing at his face, he just kind of licks your finger impulsively, just because it's right there. And he's like, alright,
Good response, kid.
let's go.
Can I pause for a second?
Yeah, sure.
Titus, odds or evens?
Oh no, what's going on?
I don't think I want to be associated with this show. I feel bad for this kid. He just wants to
No,
hang
no,
out
no.
and not get beaten.
I just need odds or evens. I just need odds or evens from you here.
Oh, from Titus?
Yep. I've asked most everybody else at this point.
Yeah.
Evens.
Okay, cool. Let's go for a walk. Let's take you up there. Let's get up there.
Can you text me what the other option was? The option that you're not.
I'm gonna
going
tell you.
with?
I'm gonna tell you what the options are. I will tell you what they were.
Okay. You guys go
What's
for your
going on?
walk towards the headmaster's office.
I feel like this kid is just in his head is dun 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 dun
The
dun.
closer-
And Reggie's so adamant about bringing this kid to justice. Like,
The
well,
closer-
you did it to him.
The closer you get to the headmaster's office, the more.
I want to know what's going on here.
The closer you guys get to the headmaster's office, the more sullen he gets. They're just not confident in your abilities to get him out of detention.
Asshole whooping.
Continuing on. After a while, you come across the procession of wheelbarrows of sand, and you realize that they didn't just start recently. The ones that you saw outside are probably towards the end of the line. They've been doing this for a while. And they are leading to the headmaster's office. So, you go up there and you find in the headmaster's office, mostly, where there was a curtain before, there is now a wall of sand. But also, sand is being filled into the hole.
Why is the headmaster's office being
Really?
filled with sand? What kind of joke is this?
So, where the curtain split the room in half, they have gone from a curtain to just a wall on that side. Because, for whatever reason, the kids decided that they would wall off that part of the room. But they are currently filling in the hole that you guys entered through.
Do I see Amelia here overseeing them?
Not in the main room. Although you
I
get
will
the feeling
look
she might be further down if you go and have an investigate.
I give you guys.
I want to make sure we run into, but on our way out, we need to make sure we do a couple things. Let's find that class president real quick.
Okay. Takes you a few minutes. You check down, like, duck your head into the hole. Don't see her down there. Do a bit of a loop. And just when you're like, maybe she's gone somewhere else, to the left-hand side of you, where Ibrahim is, a hand lands on his opposite shoulder, as Amelia kind of appears to say, Initiative Ibrahim, I have been looking for you.
Ah, perfect. I have been looking for you too. I need his support with something, but I have something for you that I believe you need.
He is a first year. What could you possibly need of him?
Ibrahim saw something that he needs to be given very specific instructions on. So I just need to take him to make sure that some things do not go where they should not.
Is it something beyond the corridor that we're currently filling in?
Yes, but I need to give him examples so he can bring it back appropriately.
We're filling it in, though.
I will hand her the note at this point. Filling it in doesn't do everything necessary right now.
She opens the note immediately. What does the note say?
The note explains who I am, and the headmaster just it's out to them. It also would have had on the back of it, "Do not open unless you're him." So that's gonna probably get her in some trouble. So that's the thing. And it's just gonna have a notice report of what the missing royals out and following protocol.
You think I do not already know this?
Well, you have not indicated anything that I would know at this point.
I do not need to indicate what I know.
Neither did I, though I did
I
try
will
to help
say,
here.
you notice a distinct change in accent, a deepening of the voice, and a distinct shift from female to male to older male as you're talking to this person. And for a moment, all of you see her eyes kind of glaze over as she talks.
You just hear Vivian in the background clinging to whoever's because I fucking knew it! This place is weird!
It's so nice of you to visit.
Greetings.
I understand why you might have some favorites there. But do you not think the Porcias have enough children at this point?
They do, but does not change what I need to do.
You were once an upstanding member of this school. You were president of your year level. You kept the line. A tidy, neat line that we liked. And now you're climbing out of holes in floorboards, chatting to 10-year-olds and handing secret notes to people that you have no knowledge that they are truly trustworthy. Have you lost your edge? I ask.
All right. Reg will lean in. At this point, also, Reg has realized how much taller and larger he has become since leaving here.
And also,
and
the person talking to you is in the body of what is the equivalent of a 17-year-old shark girl, so they are quite a bit shorter than they were as well.
I will lean down and which way we want to go this? I walk the line every day in what I do and in what I am asked. This note got to you, did it not?
I think, Reginald, that you have found your own line to walk and claim it as mine, as though that will save you from punishments, from towing away from the one that you need to be on. Keep in mind that you may not be a student anymore, but I am still your teacher. And you have much to be taught. And with that, the glaze lifts from Amelia's eyes. I suppose if he's seen something, you will need to take him with you. But she kind of leans past you. Halt work! We will seal it once they are gone.
I am feeling slightly more sad for the hammerhead shark girl than I did before. So I will look a little.
I will give you a roll of a d20 to get something crucial.
Of course, my computer freezes at that moment. Come back, computer. Cool. Here we go. I would like to use my inspiration that's annoying.
What did you?
I
roll?
got a 1. I rolled a 1.
I
will use my inspiration
Okay.
if that is that right.
Go right ahead.
Thanks.
Isn't that a second time you rolled a 1 for
Tonight?
something important tonight?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. The dice gods do not like you tonight, God.
Yeah. As soon as we get to his character stuff, it's like, nope.
13.
As you were listening to him talk through her, you realize that it's so easy for him to do that because there is some parts of her that very strongly resemble him. This is his kin, his child.
Thought maybe.
Not the same species of shark, but still a shark.
Baby shark.
Beauty teen shark.
Yes. So I will kind of look down because the possession has taken, and I'll look at her real quick. With a little work, it doesn't have to go like that next time. Good luck.
I don't need luck. I need skills.
Nope. I will smile at that. I feel like that's an appropriate response. Come along, Abram, and let's all get out of here.
Where are we going?
We are going out to go and take care of a few things and also set you up for what you need to do now.
Okay. He loops his pinky back through your skin. Because of how they've been filling the hole, it's now more of a ramp than a hole, so you're able to get down a bit easier than you were to get in. All of you follow Reginald. Is there anything any of you wanted to do before you left this school?
Nope. Get out of here.
Okay. Just for funsies, I'm going to say that Ezekiel took a pamphlet. Despite the fact that this school does not have a pamphlet on its curriculum or program or anything, he somehow found one for the kids to look at later. So that's good.
I was hoping he's.
I'll put
I was hoping
right
he.
here.
I was surprised he didn't look for a vase while we were there, but we can get back to that, right?
Yeah. I
Listen,
thought of when you
I'm
attacked
not
with his face.
keeping up with the character of who he is. I'm trying to do voice and sheet. His personality, unfortunately, is not here for this time.
He somehow manifested a curriculum brochure, and has taken that with him. But anyway, you guys get back to the wall of the hole, head through. He's on the. You guys are all on the other side. What are you doing now? Where are you going? What you doing?
Where are we now?
You're back in the tower. The worm guy is in.
Pick another door.
May I also have this may I have and I point to Ibra.
What are we doing with the child? Why did we bring a little kid with us? Kid, what are you here?
And Imbram kind of lifts his hand where his pinky is still locked with Reginald's.
Did you just kidnap this child?
Stop right there.
I'm not
I
asleep.
think we just unkidnapped the child.
I'm not asleep.
That's not. Kiddo.
Hold on. Let me.
Squish the face. That's not what kidnapping is.
Okay. I'm going to lean down. Give me a sec, Phoebe. Just give me a moment. And I will lean down at Ibram. I will take a knee and be more at young Hippokin level. Ibrahim, you have a choice right now. Either, and I'm gonna start speaking in Thieves' Cant when he sticks his tongue out, because I realize I need to do that.
That's still unfazed,
Either.
squishing the cheek.
Either you go back into school and finish training, which will be hard, and seems like is already hard for you. Or you continue on the mission that I'm on, and I will take you to a place that you can do that from.
So my option.
I will leave you to choose.
So options are schoolwork or other schoolwork away from school.
Away from those teachers.
So you are a teacher.
Of sorts.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's an affirmative.
Secret teacher.
Is that okay? That's an affirmative. We'll assume that's a child's affirmative. All right. So here's what I would like to do. They're gonna bury that space. Oh, good. This is going to take things. Ibram, I need your school jacket.
Do you not have your own?
No. This is important to things. Okay. Okay. Good. You're young. We're not doing that. This is going to hurt. He will take out a dagger and cut his back of his hand and rub the blood onto the jacket.
That's gonna be so hard to clean.
I don't think they're going to clean it. We're just going to do this, and he will put it into the tunnel.
Roll me either a deception or a persuasion, please. Whichever feels better.
Tentacles.
10. I got a +9, and I get a 10 because of the 1. What the hell?
Plus a D4.
You got a D4 as well.
Oh, okay, good.
Come on, 4. Come on, 4. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's Reginald Day. Let's go.
Plus a 4.
Yay!
So 14.
Nothing
Another
happens
1.
that you know.
I just did what I could.
No one is coming screaming after you or anything, if that helps, but nothing happens that you know.
I think I'd like to take our young friend here to did we make it friends with the dragon as well? We think we should just kind of connect the dots.
Obsidian.
Would you like to meet a dragon?
Black dragon. He's adorable. Very sweet. Won't bite.
As a reminder, Obsidian is currently on a quest with Zeke's kids.
Oh yeah, that's right. So it's Zeke and the kids. Davy died like years ago. I gotta resummon him again.
I'm just making a note for something later that you guys are going to love.
Oh no.
I don't like the way she said it.
You actually will love this. This is the one time that I'm not actually fibbing.
Okay.
But at the moment, you don't have a way to get to Obi and Thingo because they're off elsewhere. I can't remember where you guys sent them. I think you sent them to the pub that you guys initially met Clarissa in, if I remember correctly. But that would involve you guys going back upstairs. So you can go back to the pathways, or you can continue onwards with a small child with you. To be fair, you've had small children with you this entire time. This one's just a hippo one instead of some seahorses.
I don't think
We
the
are
seahorse is
really
gonna
leaning
mount
into
to
the
hippo.
into the D
We're
and D
babysitters.
stereotypical endangering children
Yep.
arcs.
Adopt all the adorable things.
I mean, to be fair, we just saved this child from an extremely traumatic and traumatizing experience, and we're just putting him in another one that will be more character building and adventure and fun and not being brainwashed
you're
into
probably
being
gonna
what
die.
Reginald could have been.
What Reginald
No,
could have been.
We
is...
rolled for this. Titus, if you'd like to know what your role was whether or not I was deciding if we were taking this child with us. That was
Tim's
what
fault.
it became.
It's all Tim's fault. So Bibi's gonna it's still attached to the kid, mind you. Gonna lift its head up. Go. You wanna learn some magic?
Okay.
Okay.
Good Lord. Well, pick
Tentacles
it.
are just more tentacles wrap around the child's head. I have
I'm so
42 brothers and sisters. This means nothing to me.
I just look at him and it goes, "Have you ever had a bum bump?" I just lick my finger and then stroke from the top of his nose of both lips to the bottom of his chin.
Wait, are you doing that to him or Reginald?
Yes. Yes, I go right up to the kid because it looks like he's trying to lick. And when he puts his tongue back in, he goes, "And this is bum bump."
I'm gonna do that to you guys when you're asleep.
Oh dear Lord, child, no.
Lovely.
And you will know
Oh,
what it
bully.
feels like to be cut in half. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Only Titus will
I
threaten
am
the child.
so tired still. I still feel very,
Oh
very
my God.
exhausted.
Okay. Anyway, what would you guys like to do now? Where is the story taking you from here? Are you going further down to investigate the hallways that do not end in weird walls, or are you going back up?
I think we're going downstairs to investigate what's down there.
Great. So you go down, with Ibrahim following you guys along. From
Glued to the child.
looking at him, you do actually notice that he's got like a school satchel on, and he just pulls out a little notebook that he had in his stuff and starts like reading it and making notes and things like that. You get to the bottom, and at the very bottom, as I've said, there's 4 doorways, one at each corner of the circle. The great black worm thing is ignoring you guys. In the real world, this guy doesn't have a mouth. Well, it doesn't have a talking mouth. He's got an eating mouth, but not a talking mouth. So he can't communicate to you while you're in the real world. When you're in his mind world, you can. So right now he's just feasting on the little goblin things. You can either go, and I'm just gonna number these. 4. You could either go to number 1, 2, 3, or 4. So either directly in front of you, left, right, or behind you. Which way would you like to go? Reginald, which way are you voting? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Left, whatever, if that is 1.
So I'm picturing 1 to be the one in front of you, so left would actually be 4. But if you want to go with 1,
4
we
then.
can. Okay, 4. Carla, what way are you betting?
I'll go with 4 as well.
Lovely. Titus and Zeke. In front of you, left, right, or behind?
I'll get left and he will get right.
Okay, so 4 and 2. Vivi, in front, left, right, behind.
I'm keeping close to the kid, so I'll go wherever the kid goes.
The kid's following everyone else. So, aside from Zeke, who starts going in a different direction to you all, you start heading towards 4 as soon as he sees you guys going in a different direction, and because he does not like being here by himself, he will follow you. So you go to the left, and a short ways down the corridor, you find another tall tower. This one seems to be inverted from the one that you were just in. So the floor is just floor, and there are stairways going up the same way that they were, but the creature is on the roof. Just swirling around. There aren't any rifts or anything that this particular creature is monitoring. It seems to just be doing a slow loop up and down the vent shaft, minding the doorways.
This place makes no sense. This place really makes no sense. The shadow thing's not paying attention to us, is it? It's just
It is.
doing
You guys are in the doorway. It's just going up and down, monitoring.
So it's looking for food?
Potentially.
Okay. This isn't the particular one we need to bargain with, is it?
I will say that you do note the difference between this one and the one that you were just in. Instead of having 4 doorways, from this one, there are 3. There is one to the left. There's the one you guys came through. Oh, hang on. Never mind. There are 4 doorways, but they're not positioned the same way. That was me miscounting. The one you guys came through, one to the left, one kind of that way, and one that's leading off in a different direction. So there's a whole wall that has nothing going on with it. You get the sense that the one that you were talking to said that the one that you would need to bargain with is a little bit more separated. So this is probably a guard rather than the ones that have stuff you want. So you can either try and get past it to go to one of those doorways, or you can go up some stairs.
What I can do to help you too?
Reggie, stairs or doorway?
Stairs, small child now.
Carla, stairs or doorway?
Say stairs.
Vivi, stairs or doorway? I'm also going to roll to decide what Ibrahim is doing. Reg, odds or evens?
Odds.
Okay. Titus, stare or doorway.
The ladder.
So, Titus, you start making your way across the center of the room, towards a different doorway. Reggie, Carla, and Vivi, you guys turn towards the stairs. As you do so, Ibrahim gets distracted, both by the worm and by the fact that you guys are splitting up, and immediately runs across the room to the next doorway to try and be out of the center of the room, and disappears down that corridor.
Oh, well, oh gosh.
I shouldn't have left
Well,
it.
that way. Need a leash.
Hearing him in all this commotion, Titus will just go and go, son of a beach, and start going up the stairs to regroup, because I genuinely thought ladder meant with everyone, and I didn't understand that expression. So that is my fault.
No, that's fine. So you guys regroup and follow down the hallway, that Ibrahim went to, and you come to another tower. This one is actually different, in that it only has 2 doorways out in it. The one that you guys are standing in, and another one. Instead of, also, there being nothing at each of the platforms, so it just looks like bare wall, each section has a cloudy black mist where the doorway would be. From what you guys have been told, and just a general... Oh, actually, everyone can roll me an insight. I can decide how much you guys get. But I will give you all disadvantage. I will give you all advantage.
Oh, good. Because
And
I rolled a 1.
Maybe you can just roll straight, because I gave you disadvantage earlier for something else and I can't remember what it was.
19.
12.
15.
So, the 15, the 19, I don't know what Titus and Zeke got.
I got 12 and he got 14.
Okay, you guys don't know anything. Reggie and Vivi, you kind of get... This is the prison part of this place. This is where people are.
Oh. I will attempt to get Ibrahim by the scruff of his just like, okay, no more running around like that, okay?
I didn't know which way to go.
It's fine. Just follow. I'm gonna recommend stay close and follow me and Vivi, because I'm looking over at Vivi, who's been following him too.
Sucker grab kid's face, and I'm just gonna act like a balloon. I imagine the really cute baby hippos who have like no teeth whatsoever. They're just all gum. So that's what I feel like the consistency of his mouth is as he's trying to.
He's got very
gum.
short teeth, but that's it.
Yeah, trying to gum my tentacle hair and whatnot. I haven't had the time to say it to summon Jade.
It's like having a cow chew on your hand. Weird and gummy and not painful, but funny.
Their tongues are oddly soft.
Cows are beautiful. Anyway.
Yes, they are.
You do all see, as well, some scrawling letters above each of the doorways. What languages do you guys speak?
I can read all languages.
You can read all languages. That's great.
Yes,
How?
I can. Warlock thing.
Oh.
I have where I could just what's it called again? Class features. Devil Eyes of the Rune Keeper.
Well, that's
I can read all-
annoying and completely removes my puzzle, but all good. What language does everyone else speak? Or read?
Common.
Aquan, common, Sylvan for Titus, common, deep speech, draconic, primordial for Zeke.
Mhm.
I also speak Gith,
Lord.
Elvish, and Thieves' Cant.
Carla, I didn't get your
Carla-
languages.
Carla speaks Aquan, comma, common, not comma, primordial, and fish.
And if you want to know what languages I can technically speak, it's Common, Elvish, and Primordial.
Well, you can read all languages, so it
I know.
matter because it was gonna be cool and interesting, and you were gonna learn something about the history of the world, but you can just read them now because it's the people's names, it's the nobility's names. Each one is marking which
I'm
one they're in.
sorry.
It's fine.
This is the one time actually this feature actually comes into play in any freaking game I play, so I'm excited here.
It's fine. So
I
yeah,
gotta pull out my notebook.
Vivi can actually read all of the names, so you guys don't have to puzzle through the names. These are all of the nobles that got taken. Well, a portion of the nobles that got taken. This is about half of them, from what you can tell. Is there anyone in particular you want to look for?
Ones that did get taken, who were they? Because we remember the ones that were there.
There were
So I
70
guess it would
odd
be-
nobles that were taken.
It's like the kings and queens of the parents.
Well,
The
yep,
parents
and
of the princess.
friends and family of these guys, all of the people of rank that actually had a rank that mattered was taken.
Is there anybody important? Vivi kind of tells them what the words say and whatnot. Is there anybody want to see who's here?
Well, we're all looking for
Reggie.
someone. If you see family, chief, sister, I believe, right, Kala, and the actual king and queen of the country we were in.
Yeah, and I guess my people, who were with me, that traveled with me, they got taken.
No, because you
So-
were the most important person in that group.
Oh, I didn't get taken.
No.
Oh well.
Because you're an ambassador for the
I'm
people.
an
You're not
ambassador.
actually you're not someone of
Yeah.
rank, but you were sent in the place of other people.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't
That's right.
going to be you that went.
No, it was supposed to be my uncle.
So they didn't see you as a threat. But
No.
yeah, so Titus, Chiefess, Reginald, any of his family members, Carla, any of her family members. Zeke didn't really have anyone on the list as far as I can recall. But roll me an investigation check.
Okay. I'm gonna use my inspiration. Because I rolled a 1. That just gives me an advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, inspirations.
Okay. No, yeah, it's an advantage, right?
We'll go with that.
Yeah. Let's just use, just a 10.
You don't, having a quick squiz around, no one on the first couple of levels has any names that you recognize. You haven't gone further up, but just having, that's what you can see from the ground level.
And this list, it's just going up?
Yeah, so you'd say there's probably about 45 different,
If I
doorways.
write down all the names that I see here and I pass off the list to somebody else,
Mhm.
like translate it and whatnot, they could take a look at it, see if anything rings bells.
Yeah.
Alright, just give me like 10 minutes as she just pulls out her line book and a pen. She just starts dipping the pen in her her ink sacs, and she just starts writing down all the names that she sees, and she'll just pass it off to Carla.
So you write all of the names in, and Carla, you read through this list, and 3 names pop out to you. One of them, because it is an extraordinarily long title, it seems like their name is there, and then their accolades have also been attached to what's above the door. So it's Chiefess Coraline, Protector of the World Seam, Chiefess of the Outer Pods, heir to the council. What's the council's name? Diver of the Deepest Depths, Avenger of the Fallen Ones, heir to the Cetacean Council, blah, 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 blah. And the name just continues on. You also spot a name that ends with Portia, also marked as an heir to the family. And you see one of your siblings' names as well. And those 3 are right towards the top.
So there's 2 people here that we know.
2 people?
Yes, I see Portia and one Chiefess Caroline? Seems like
Breathing
they're near the
heavily
top.
behind you like an anime, a black shadow creeps up behind with only red eyes. Did you say the Chiefess Coraline? As the silhouette, as they step into the light, and I'm just, what is this?
Stop being creepy.
Hold on real quick.
Looking at the small
Sorry.
child who's now staring at you doing that.
Kids, that's how intimidating you gotta be when you get his age. Keep that in mind.
So I literally, hearing this, I just do a orca defensive noise, like they have those just and see if I hear any echoes, because that stuff can literally from the ocean floor to the top of the water can be heard. So I'm hoping they hear my call.
Carla, were you saying something just then, by the way?
Sorry, I had like 3 things happen at once I had to address.
I apologize. I barely can hear you myself,
That's
so
okay.
I've been interrupting you.
That's all right. I had 3 things at once. What is the chiefess actual name again? Because I just blanked it.
Chiefess Coraline, Chiefess of the Chiefess of the Leader of the Outerpods, Diver of the Deepest Depths, Avenger of the Fallen One, heir to the Cetacean Council, and a few other random titles that have been attached to her name.
But her actual name?
Coraline.
Okay. All right. So, yes. And she appears to be upstairs.
Are you just straight swimming towards the top?
I just start going if nobody stops me.
All of you see Titus swim away from you guys towards the top.
Did you say Portia as well? Is that a thing?
Yes, I
Portia's
did.
a thing.
Hold up, I'll be right with you. Come here, little one. We're just gonna go take a swim. Up.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I get dragged along with this too.
One of these days, you know what? I'm telling you right now, if this kid stays with us and I am around here and you guys are like, grab the kid, let's go. I'm grabbing him by his tongue and pulling him. Since he wants to go.
Oh,
Typical kid
Oh
shenanigans.
my
He's got to
God.
lick the fingers that touch them.
Typical kid shenanigans.
I'll be
That's
real
exactly
with
how
you.
he's going to talk.
This is just how I do kids, because, I don't know if you guys remember, but Obi was doing the same thing. Because kids are just weird and want to bite things. Or lick
They
them.
gotta lick.
Mm.
They have to lick everything. I don't remember doing that as a kid.
Did you know that your tongue is curious? Everyone's
You know
tongue
what,
is
that makes
curious.
sense.
If when you're at the dentist, you think you're keeping your tongue still, it's chasing that dentist's hand. Because the
Yeah, no,
tongue
that
is a
makes sense.
curious muscle. Anyway,
That makes sense.
ever
So,
since I learned that and went to
Vivi,
the
you're
dentist,
still
I was like,
down right there.
what was that?
Is Vivi still down by the names with Kala?
No,
Vivi
she got
was
dragged. She
Vivi
got
was
dragged
clinging
along.
to Ibrahim's head.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, then no one's going to see her glowering at the third name that she didn't tell them about.
I
I guess
love
actually Zeke would.
yeah. Yeah, Zeke's probably down there as well. We'll make that as a
Yep.
mental note.
Oh
You
yeah, that's
can,
right. Gigalistic Kala.
Yep. So, Lady Anahita Marie would be the third name. That is her oldest sister. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong one. Sorry. It's Kaliana Marie. That's her next oldest sister. I got her confused with her mother.
So you guys swim to the top. You get to the top. You guys can't read the names. Obviously, Vivi can. But the two of you can't read the names when you get there. But you do see that one is significantly longer on the wall than the others. So, considering the fact that all of her titles were included, it can be presumed that that's probably...
Titus, that one's yours. It's Chiefess Kala, Coral.
The doorway is filled with black kind of smoke. It is kind of just twisting and rolling a little bit. In the same kind of way that the monster that you guys got eaten by was doing.
Jesus. What are you there? Hello? Jesus, can you hear me?
Are you legit tapping on that?
Yep, Vivi pointed out which door. That's probably
Can you
it.
do?
So I go right up and I just.
Can you do a wisdom save for me, please?
Oh no, it's not good. Here we go. That's an 8.
Oh no.
You blink in a moment as your finger touches the wall, and you get a vision through your destroyed eye of what's happening inside. And you see the same war that you've been seeing over and over again every time this happens. Coraline is fighting against beasts within, and she is tired.
Oh shit. I look around. How many doors are there here?
Within this one tower, there's at least 45.
Okay. Is Reginald near me? Can I go to his door and touch that and see if I have a reaction?
You absolutely may do. So you walk up to that door, you touch it. Reginald, what do you think your sibling would be seeing in a world created to try and woo them over to the side of evil.
Oh, for the sibling we're talking about, the one who got taken. He is absolutely sitting at the head of the table, moving, like making things happen, like he's watched mom do for ages.
So you see next to him an advisor to this sibling of Reginald's, handing him papers to sign, and every so often he will be handed a completely solid black piece of paper, which is clearly intended for him to just kind of absent-mindedly sign, but he hasn't done it yet, which is why he's still here. Because despite the fact that he's like, I am the head of the family, and I want to be the head of the family, he does occasionally read the contracts that he's signing here, and when it's a solid black one with no words, he's not going to put his name to it. But they're hoping that he's at least slightly more, like, slightly his father's son as well. No offense to Reginald's father. But that's what you see for him.
Titus, is you okay in there? Oh, yes, I know you broke that eye.
Oops, my bad. I was muted. Oh shit! Oh, ow, ooh, bing, bang, wada, bada, bing, bang. He's just, they're just sitting there with the wow, with the pepper, with the. I have to get into it. They are just sitting there with paper on disk, not doing anything.
Oh, that does sound
They
like
seem
Sebastian.
very,
Okay,
very
perfect.
safe.
All right. Probably not really, but I guess I just want to know how to get them out of here.
Oh, I look back at the sheets' door. I'm gonna. Well, first I'm on this side, so I go and try and open Reginald's brother's door. Right, your brother.
There's no handle to open. It is just broiling smoke.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Much like the creature that you guys were eaten by earlier.
Is there another one of those creatures in the area?
Not in this tower, no.
Okay. Kala is going to swim up and try and find her sister.
It doesn't take you long. She's the level below the guys that level. Vivi, I presume, points out which one's hers. But she's down there as well.
Okay. What does she see inside when she looks into the cell?
It is just roiling smoke. Nothing can be really seen. The reason that Titus can see shit is because he's got a bit of the smoke stuff in his eye. So he's got a bit of a connection to it. If you want him to poke the door, we can find out.
No need to poke the door. Do you want to poke the door?
Slaps the door.
Carla, what do you think Titus would see as Talit? I can't say her friggin' name. My mouth's not working. Your sister. What kind of world would have been constructed for her to try and persuade her to the side of darkness?
Probably one that is centered around her, where she's like basically the head, like king of her kingdom, adoring citizens, fans, subjects, what have you. Basically, like supermodel that everyone else just gagas over.
So very similar to that of Reginald's brother. It's very self-important, that world. and there are advisors and suitors offering her things to try and get her on side. Unfortunately,
Now we gotta reverse harem.
I've seen this before. She has had, let's say, many taking to her.
but yeah, as of currently, your sister hasn't been offered something worth what they're asking. She thinks she deserves more.
Yep. That's
It's really great that your family's own self-centeredness is what's saving them now. That goes to both you and Reginald, really. But now that you're up here, now that you've got your siblings abound, what would you like to do?
well, Titus, is there any way to get them out so you can see?
I don't know these. We could try. I think maybe start with one of you. Chiefess is fighting many, many shadow demons. I don't think that one would be a good one to start with. Although my heart is aching, I know she was right there in my grasp. He
And you're
lingers
probably
and
gonna
stares at the door much longer than you guys all feel comfortable with. Until someone
Maybe
snaps
you'll
him
get-
back and he goes, ah.
Maybe you'll get hit this time.
I'm gonna roll a quick d20 for the child in the room. Let's go with Vivi. I need you to
He licks
choose
the shadow.
odds or evens for if this child is going to make a good choice or a bad choice. So, which one would be a good choice, odds or evens?
Odds.
I rolled a 5. You are lucky. He does go up to the door, and almost walks into it. Instead, he does something that I've seen a lot of children do, which is rest his forehead against where he thinks the door is and look upwards, trying to see into it. Which is not
We've all
going,
done this.
which is not going inside it, but he does kind of start going, "Hello, hello," trying to talk into it. That child, if I'd rolled anything other than a 5, was gonna if I'd rolled an even, that child was going into that door because of how long Titus was looking at that door.
Okay, let's back up, little buddy. It's fine. Let's get
Little
here.
buddy comes back.
If we had talked to something that was like this before, something tells, don't touch it with your tongue. I don't think it'll feel good either. That we can communicate with this somehow.
You can. By being inside it. It does not have an outside world mouth. It has an inside world mouth.
Oh,
You
bother.
want to chat? You want to make a deal? You gotta go in.
Let's see.
Oh.
Who is not the craziest one to go inside and speak to the devil?
The question is also, who's the closest to agreeing?
Me.
No.
Because this
Also-
would prove, if I could get somebody out, then this would prove that I could get the chiefess out. Let's do this shit, boy.
No. As in, who within these doors is the closest to agreeing to go along with the plan, which is why they're in there in the first place. They're trying to be convinced to
You made it sound like
go along with the
out of
BBG.
my vision that out of the visions that you told me, it seems like Reginald's brother is like standing off looking out of a window, not about to sign any documents,
Oh
versus
no, he's
a
signed.
possible group of people coming up to a individual and offering them things. One is they have the option to sign it at any point versus now, okay, that offer didn't work, and now there's a better offer and a better offer until it hits a peak.
They're trying to trick him into signing it by like feeding him multiple documents that he's signing. So like there's normal dream world things to sign, and then they kind of tuck in the shadow sheet in to trick him into signing that one, and then he's like, "This doesn't have any words."
But you said that he seemed like he was reading over some of them.
Yeah, he's reading some of them, so he knows not to sign the thing that has.
That's why I'm like, he has the option to just stop right there, versus the person's now just sitting on a like I'm assuming at a chair with a line of people with like goodies in their hand. Because I know I would be more enticed to take gifts from somebody. Although being betrothed to someone to be giving a gift, I could not imagine that's like in the setting of a line of people, like Game of Thrones style. It's like, you're too old, you're too young, you're too fat. It's like, oh.
So who are we going in? Are we going in any of your family, or are we going into one of the other 42 places?
Just point and tell me what to run into.
I think we want to be able to have a discussion, so some needs to stay out here and some needs to go in, vice
Also,
versa.
someone needs to watch the kid because they are not going insane.
No, definitely not.
Zeke, would you like to do this, my friend? Yeah, I guess I could. I guess I'm a pretty good babysitter anyways. Excellent. It has been decided. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, MetaWise. Is that
yeah, he gets another
laughing?
one.
Is that Kala laughing?
Yes, it was.
Yep.
Yes.
Zeke, introduce all your children to this new friend we've made.
When you're not here, you're here with us, but not here. So Zeke just goes, put your tongue back in your mouth, little guy. Don't make me put you in my pouch.
I wouldn't fit.
You'd be surprised what fits in there. I feel he would say that.
Yeah, no. That sounds right.
And scene.
Oh dear goodness.
Okay, we're going into Coraline, Sebastian, or Titania. Reginald.
You want to experiment, Titus? Let's pick a random that's not one of them. We'll go there. Just a neutral ground.
So you're number 4. Other. Carla. Your sibling, Reggie's sibling, Coraline, or someone else?
Well, Kala is going to put out the suggestion that maybe Reginald, with his smooth-talking ways, should go into her sister's cell to see if maybe he can wheedle her way out of the thing with his smooth-talking ways.
Okie dokie. Vivi, are you suggesting that Reggie's cell, Carla's cell, Coraline's cell, or number 4 other? Zeke, what are you voting for?
Well, he's outside.
Okay, so
he's gonna stay out with the kid. Okay. And Titus has already stated just point and go. So if everyone has been voting for, he'll go for as well.
Okay, so only 2 of the group has voted for. Carla suggested that Reggie go into her sister's room.
But it was a good idea. I Titus just wanted to start on someone that wasn't the chiefess, for the fact was if something bad happened by trying to pull them out, it wasn't going to be them, as selfish as that may be.
That's fair
You
enough.
know what?
So maybe starting with somebody that's not family is a good idea.
So option
That's
four.
what
Get a
Reggie
rando
did.
out,
Okay.
and they're just like, "What the fuck?" And it's just like,
Reggie,
"Shh," or
you
you
are
go back in.
you are pointed towards a door that is not anyone's family. Who else other than Titus is going in?
I guess Titus and I, if you two would stay out here to make sure we get out of there.
Lovely.
Wait,
We'll come running
Colin,
if you're not out in 15
Wait.
minutes.
wait. Kala, do you have like let's see.
Rope? I do
Yeah.
have rope.
Yeah, rope, just in case.
That's exactly what I was thinking. You smart cookie. Kala will hand over her 50 reeds of silk rope. Which one are we going to tie it to? I don't think we are strong enough to pull them both out.
I would say instead of pulling them, is there anything that we could tie it to? That's sturdy enough?
Sorry, I fully blanked out. No, there's not.
Yeah, no, I saw the blankiness.
I didn't realize that question was for me, but the answer is no.
I thought you were just writing something. That's why I didn't say anything, because it looked like you were like jotting something down.
I mean, I am always, but I was zoned out while doing it, so I was just drawing circles. But no, there isn't anything that you could tie it to.
And I don't have meshes because my plan was one magic user goes in with one of the biggies and the other magic user just stays. So we got like a living walkie-talkie system, but I don't have message.
In that case, if no one objects, Reggie and Titus will go in tied up, and we will call tonight's session to an end. Thank you so much for watching Leagues Underneath, episode 11, Memories Cast Long Shadows. I am Flido Chaos, I help run all of these shenanigans, and I've started making TikToks again, and I've been working on some stuff, which includes this, which you can't really see, but is like some stuff for something that's going to be 30 seconds, and I've been working on it for several days, which doesn't make sense in the scheme of things, but, well. We'll see how that goes. Other than that, merch, memberships, all that good shit. I'm quite tired. Reginald.
So, I'm Reginald, also Concleod. You'll find me online in the Discord doing fun things. You also find me as the evil DM of Evils of Infericus on Fridays. That you'll see us this Friday and a few different Fridays this month as our group goes and tries to make their way in as adventurers in the city of Infericus. You'll also find me limitedly on Twitch, not very much. You'll find me more on TikTok, where I'm doing TikToks. Especially, I am currently playing as the God of Constitution as a stat in the fun that is Pantheon Plus, which I am finding amazing because of Flight. So it is a lot of fun times, and so go and do fun bits there.
I originally did Beauty. I'm now doing Sarah, who is the assistant to the god of strength. So
yes, and I have found myself going into the multiverse of gods and things, and I'm having an excellently fun time with it. Actually, it's quite helpful. Lastly, did you know that as of last year, with the change in times and people growing older, they have found that they've hit the points in their lives where they no longer were gaining money from their taxes. And unfortunately, they had to pay and could not do that for themselves, taking money that they would normally pay for bills. And because of that, there is a national effort to avoid paying taxes. Now, you do this
just
at your
heard
own
about
peril,
this.
but yes, it is very much a thing.
It is a national thing. Well, it's because apparently federal Congress put out a document that says there's no legal standpoint for you to pay taxes in certain outtakes as a private citizen. It's fucking wild. I'm still paying.
Yeah, but if you feel like you need to give yourself some space from the overburden of the government, you can forget to pay your taxes.
Holla.
How to follow that up, I'm not sure. But I was the invisible calamari today. I'm currently at a convention in the hotel, so Wi-Fi here is basically crud. But normally you'll find me here, or you'll find us at our game store, He's Still Gaming, and we're trying to update our socials, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, stuff like that. Moving along, on down the line.
Baby.
Oh, hi, I'm Pocket. I play Vivi. I'm on the TikToks. I'm on the Twitters. I'm on the the Instagrams and the Tumblrs. I haven't really been able to do anything except been sick. Getting there. Really tired. I do the art thing. I'm in the Discord. Hang out with us in the Discord. We're all good people. We chat. We do shenanigans. A lot of memes. Don't listen to that doofus up there. Do your fucking taxes. Don't forget to drink your water. We'll go to yeah, that guy over there. We're going to Titus.
Hello, I play Titus and Zeke tonight only. Maybe, who knows? Other times if he wants. I run Planescape Edge of the Void with
Probably.
basically Planescape Edge of the Void with basically everybody that's in this game at the moment. Come check us out every other Tuesday of this game. We took last week off, just people being sick. Everybody's just sicky. So we gave everybody a day of rest, and yeah, they crash landed on Old Terra with a group of whatever. They don't know what's coming their way. They have not made visual contact, but they see the giant light. You haven't seen the I have to go over notes. Shush. They haven't seen anything. Some kind of
So smoke.
and you saw
No,
smoke, you
more
saw
than that.
lights. Oh yeah, no,
I-
you saw gliding through the treetops. Gliding monkeys. Yeah. In a futuristic, ruined old Earth, but not Earth. We're not calling it Earth. Don't ever call it Earth. And yeah, come check us out.
Woot woot. And thanks everyone. Come join our Discord. Come do all the fun stuff. I'm very tired. And we shall see you next week for Planetscape, and the week after that for another game of Thieves Underneath.
Bye-bye.
I'm gonna give it 30 seconds, and then we'll be exactly 3 hours. So we're just gonna wait here for another 20 seconds.
Oh.
What? What?
I was picked for beta access for Incarnate.
Yay!
I just logged
Yay!
on.
He also does
Congratulations,
map
you have
making.
been specifically selected among the very
Woo!
first to